And now, human music. Boom.
Yeah.
14.
Is it? Oh shit, yeah.
Week 14 in the Big Brother house.
Oh god. Big Brother's still going, isn't it?
I believe so. It's like Channel 5
I thought we
or
killed
something
it off,
there.
but then like some sort of mythological beast that came back from the dead.
Unfortunately.
Summoned by Channel 5, which is...
The graveyard of any good show.
Yeah, if it got killed off and then it's back on Channel 5, then be wary. They did that with Heroes.
Heroes was good for a season or two.
Reborn. Everyone loved the first season of Heroes. It had so
Yeah.
many good ideas. It was really
And it had potential.
Yeah, and then they just pissed it away every season after that. And to the point where they announced that revival of the fucking new series, and everyone's just like, nah, thanks. Same happened with 24. There's been a whole new season of 24, and everyone's just like, nah.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
When Kiefer is done with it.
Yeah, you can't replace Jack Bauer, I don't think.
No, it's great. He was like, it's the perfect show for the 2000s. Gratuitous violence and Muslims being shot in the kneecap.
I see no issue with this so far.
It's great. Like the latest series got so ridiculous. LA got nuked, and there's this Richard Nixon president. And oh god, it's fantastic. And then he went to London and shot some of our people.
Some of our people? What do you mean, you people?
New people. Some Londoners, and he ran around and they tried to do British locations. Remember Sons of Anarchy or Ireland?
Oh god. That was my least favourite episode. My least favourite series.
There, you could see a spa in the background and be like, okay, this doesn't really work. Kudos.
Well, nice effort there, guys.
It's not like most American TV shows where it's like, that's just a bit of New York that you've just kind of covered the street lines with.
Yeah.
There's a certain griminess that you get from England.
You can't mistake.
200 years of smog and soot. I was reading about that the other day, the Great Smog in 1952.
Right.
Um,
Tell me more.
Because London used to suffer from really bad smog because it was a fucking charnel house full of factories and people burning fires and stuff. And it just became a thing, the pea supers. Like the reason why a lot of like noir stories and whatnot, those kind of 40s films always have like fog and like reduced visibilities, because that's what London used to be like. Fucking yeah, it used to be like.
I always
Beijing.
thought it was to save on the CGI.
It's like Beijing now. No, it's just like there'd be days where you couldn't see your hand in front of your face because of the smog. We got really bad in 1952 when.
My mum was born.
It was a freak occurrence where like the wind was like dead still for a couple of days, and it was really cold, so people were burning shitloads of like fires and like fires in houses. Everyone had a chimney. All that.
Yeah, where's it gonna go?
Burning coal and fucking dirty stuff, because what happened after this is that's when they started to like introduce clean coal and shit like that, because it was causing problems like this. But no, over the case of like 4 or 5 days, London got completely closed down. Like you couldn't see in front of you.
Fucking hell.
And they say something like 20,000 people died
Fucking hell.
of like smoke inhalation, and a lot more people ended up with like breathing problems.
Yeah, I'd say you would.
Yeah, so after that they were like, maybe we should stop burning dirty coal and get some clean coal. But coal is the future, so why don't
Is it?
According to Donald Trump. And
Really?
quite a lot of weird Republicans in America. Because they want to save the coal industry, so they've got to push coal as a better alternative to clean energy. So one of the things is, I actually saw an actual poster where it says, the sun sets, the wind stops, coal always burns. Yeah, it's that level of ridiculousness. But there's problems with green energy, or clean energy, don't get me wrong, but most of it's just to do with the pricing and efficiency, and you work that out the more you use with something.
Very true.
I mean, you get horror stories like that, those like stories of like the workmen up in windmills who get burnt alive when it catches fire because there's no way down.
Well, that's bound to happen.
Yeah, but it's pretty grim, and then this whole like nuclear, it's scary, it's going to kill us all.
Well, I've seen Anonymous have released a video saying how fucky everything is getting.
No.
They've basically said shit's going down, people prepare yourselves because
I've read.
it's going to be quick, brutal, and messy. I think were the 3 words used.
I have read the news as well. Yes, like that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming out now with like WikiLeaks apparently being part of the whole Russia hacking system thing.
Really?
So now, like, yeah, the world looks like it's gonna end, and of course you can come out. That's when those kind of prophets of doom, they love shit like this. Same thing with the millennium, or the Willennium. Sorry.
Willennium?
He trademarked it. We have to call it the Willennium.
What? Will Smith?
Yeah.
Really?
Or Robbie Williams. I can't remember which one won more. Remember when he was a thing?
Unfortunately.
I give it about 5 more years for these ring and take that, being like, can I come back, boys, please?
Seriously, I've got nothing on, not even pub gig.
I fired my writer and I realised I can't write music. At least Jamiroquai's got an excuse, he's just a mad bastard.
Used to be a busker outside Ealing Broadway.
I never would have thought.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
With that kind of personality and that gimmick, ooh, I wonder where he could have got that from.
Yeah.
That's why the hat's so big.
Well, yeah, deeper money.
Yeah.
Good footfall.
You don't have to keep your
Good footfall outside Ealing Broadway.
Yeah, and then you just slosh it on your hat. Make sure it's got a tight brim.
I would have thought he'd have a thicker neck by now, though.
Oh, with that tiny little body, just a big burly neck.
Yeah, that would be kind of creepy, but cool.
Very gross.
I don't know what wheels to go with this.
Oh, I will give Jamiroquai, he always makes good videos. Remember when music videos used to be a thing?
They were a thing, and they were good.
Like, yeah, they still exist now. They're essentially adverts for whatever the artist wants to kind of get a company to pay them for. But, oh God, no. That's why music channels don't play music anymore. They don't play music videos.
There's no money in it. MTV is just 16 and pregnant now.
Yeah, that's what the people
Which
want.
I know you love.
I like seeing young girls make bad decisions.
But you like to aid them on that.
Oh, definitely.
It's my thing, man. It's my
That's
jam.
It's one of the greatest things about the internet. Every day, across the world, there's young girls making terrible decisions on the internet.
Just for Dave.
Not just for me, but hopefully some of them.
Hopefully they'll get to me.
Well, no, I'll hate watch my Sweet 16 or something, because, you know, I need something to get me out of bed in the morning. It might as well be furious hate.
Well, yeah, why not?
Compassion doesn't do it, so I'll just watch a video about some screaming 16-year-old complaining that they got the wrong colour car for their birthday.
Fucking vapid humans.
They're essentially ISIS recruitment videos. It's great.
No, I think that might be my dream car. That's gorgeous.
I like the bonnet with the little...
The mouth hole.
Yeah, with the, on the bonnet.
So this week we're just playing a bit of GTA, just driving around, dicking about.
Yeah, we go back into it lately, because I always insist it's one of those games I will just spend a couple hours driving around and doing nothing, just enjoying the kind of world Rockstar make. I've done this every single GTA though. I used to do this to the first GTA, Micro Machines top down, like just driving about that little Liberty City, listening to the radio stations, which are still fantastic radio stations. If you
Really?
You can get the rips online. They're great, like, because especially the early GTA ones, they didn't have the money for licensed music.
No, no, they made their own, didn't they?
So they had to make amalgams of like modern music, and they're really fucking good at it.
And now, human music. So go on, what weird Wikipedia have you found this week?
The Great Stink.
What's that?
It's
Talk to me.
Talk to you. It's the event when the London... it's what caused the London sewer system to be built.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the event that caused it. I actually know
Curative,
this one.
not preventative, then.
I think I insanely, like, the weird flash memory that I've got. I think I've watched this because I watched a documentary, I'm pretty sure with Michael Palin, about London sewers. I think it was for that, like, remember in the early 2000s, the BBC did, like, the Greatest Britons.
Yeah.
And each one did like a great thing. It was either that or it was a show called like the 7 Great Modern Ones that was voiced by Robert Lindsay. And one of the ones was Brooklyn Bridge. This is how my brain works, by the way, listeners, so you understand why I'm normally so confused, because it just jumps from shit to shit all the time.
It is, unfortunately, the scatterbrain disease.
Yeah, I call it Jeff Goldblum disease.
Because it stammers.
because my brain is just like and then it
But
does
it's
that,
getting there.
and then it does the independence thing where it's like Coke can. What?
Aluminium foil.
I'll get there eventually. But no, what was I saying? Yeah.
They've signed the Bloom for the next Jurassic World.
Really?
Yeah, they've got the Gold Bloom, which I'm insanely happy about because that is one handsome Jewish guy.
Oh mate, he was the best part of Resurgence.
Insanely
That
suave.
was a bad movie, but Resurgence, he was worth it for the Goldblum.
And the League he pops up in as Raffi's dad.
Turns up in Portlandia, which I know you don't like because it's very, very liberal.
It's too liberal for me. They all need to do a decent day's graft, go down the pub, have a pint, have a fight, and sort their shit out.
I will admit that Portlandia is very knowingly how stupid liberals are, but at the same time it's very liberal whilst doing it. So yeah.
They all need to just fucking well go and get a decent meal in them, first of all.
They make jokes
like
about
pot
vegans.
noodle at lunch.
They make jokes about vegans whilst being just like that. We're going to talk about the Great Stink. Happened in 1858. Can you guess what happened? What caused the problem to get so bad, other than the obvious title, that they had to build the sewage system? I'll give you a hint.
Go on.
It wasn't just people living in their human shit. Like that shit had been going on for a long time.
Well, no, that's been going on since the start of man.
So from June to August 1858, it'd been building for several years. Charles Dickens himself had wrote that the Thames was a deadly sewer in place of a fine fresh river. In a letter to his friends, he said, "I can certify that the offensive smells, even in that short whiff, have been of most head and stomach distending nature." So
fucking hell.
The river stank, and we've all been near rivers that have a bit of a whiff.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so the big stink.
The big stink.
The great stink.
1858, June to August. So what? 3 months? 2 months? Depends on what the dates are. Temperatures in the shade on London managed almost 100 degrees in the sun. Combined with an extended spell of dry weather, the level of the Thames dropped and raw effluent from the sewers remained on the banks of the river. So essentially we were flushing all our shits into the sewers, into the river, but it was still at like shore level, so it was just going down the bank.
Oh god, so it was just like a slurry rolling through.
Yeah. The press started calling the event the Great Stink.
It's an imaginative name, at least.
Okay, now this is a good detail that I didn't know before. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert attempted to take a pleasure cruise on the Thames, but returned to the shore within a few minutes because the smell was so terrible.
Within a few minutes? Fucking hell, it must have been bad.
Especially during that time when like royal upper lip, like it wouldn't have been seen as very good to turn back. They were probably arguing for those couple of minutes, like we need to turn back now. No, we can't.
Is
we
disgusting.
Can't. I am the queen. If I turn back, I'll look like a dick. I'm about to throw up, love. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're right.
We turn back or we're sick, which is worse.
Oh my god, it might splash up and get in my mouth.
Do you want to be the queen who turned back or the queen who threw up? You're right.
Oh.
Turn around. But no, the standard concurred with the opinion that it was once who inhales the stink can never forget it, and can count himself lucky if he lives to remember it.
Fucking hell.
The amount of poisonous gases which is thrown off is proportionate to the increase of the sewage which is passed into the stream. Oh, old-timey news story. We can colonise the remotest ends of the earth, we can colonise India, we can pay the debt interest of the most enormous debt ever contracted, we can spread our name, our fame, and our fructifying wealth to every part of the world, but we cannot clean the River Thames. That was by the Illustrated London News.
Good to know.
Ah, here we go. So what do you think finally got the problem sorted, even after the Queen was like, fuck this?
C4.
No, what do you think actually motivated people into doing stuff instead of just retching whilst they went to work?
Actual deaths?
By June, the stench from the river had become so bad that business in Parliament was affected.
Fucking hell.
And curtains on the riverside of the building were soaked in lime chloride to overcome the smell.
I bet that works well.
The measure was not successful, and discussions were held about possibly moving the business government to Oxford or St Albans.
Fucking hell.
Because of course, it's offending our lords and majesties. It needs to get fucking sorted out. The Examiner reported that Disraeli, on attending one of the committee rooms, left shortly afterwards with other members of the committee, with a mass of papers in one hand and with his pocket handkerchief applied to his nose because the smell was so bad.
That must have been fucking horrific.
If the noble lord has taken any measures for mitigating the effervescence and discontinuing the nuisance, old-timey people, they love
Wonderful.
their words.
It's like Stephen Fry wrote it.
Manners replied that the Thames was not under his jurisdiction.
He said, "Fuck off, not my manor."
Yeah, not my job, mate.
More than my job's worth, son.
Yeah, so basically Parliament were just losing their shit about the stink. And they couldn't get any work done because everyone was just like, I can't do work while it stinks like this.
What actual work is there, though, in the Houses of Parliament?
Well, no, it's all the civil service. You watch Yes Minister.
Years ago.
Mate, it still holds up really, really well. Don't watch
don't
the
doubt
crappy
it.
new series that like UK Gold made or something like that.
Oh, God.
No, it's still frighteningly accurate.
What, with Alan Carr as
Like, yeah.
minister?
Because fucking, what's it? No, that's what the thick of it was, kind of a modern day version of, essentially, with more swear words.
Quite true.
Well, I still need to get into Veep, which is just American the thick of it, because it's got Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Who's that?
Elaine from Seinfeld.
No way.
She's aged like a fine wine.
Really?
Ooh. Like, he was bad enough in Seinfeld, but now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it myself.
Mate, Seinfeld though, you got eye candy. Jerry's endless string of girlfriends. Especially George.
True.
How did George get so many girlfriends? He's disgusting.
That is also very true.
What do you think I've started being more disgusting? It's got to work. Right?
I straightened my hair this morning, and I ended up looking like a fat version of Kramer.
Why did you do that then?
Because it was fun.
Why did you do that?
Why shouldn't I?
Well,
How do I get in this
I
thing?
have fun with my hair in the shower as well, but, you know, there's a time and a place, mate.
Oh, we got a big one. We got a big fish.
You're gonna flight 93 it.
I may need to turn this down.
You're not going to go first person.
Yep,
No.
first person flying a jumbo.
Mate, even the 911 guys started in smaller planes and worked their way up.
Dude, I've done dodos. I can do this shit.
Also, alarm bells really should have went off when they didn't bother with the landing lessons.
For what?
The 911 guys, they skipped out before completing the landing
Did
lessons.
they?
Apparently. According to the internet.
And the
as we all
internet
know,
never
The
lies.
internet and 9/11, no lies. It's all truth.
Everything is the truth.
Everything off the internet is the lies. This mainstream
Of
media.
course, it was cut using oxyacetylene or destinations.
I quite like the 9/11 conspiracy theories because it's like a pyramid of like how mad are you in conspiracy theories. Whatever mad you are, there's a nice level of it for you. So you can believe that the American government just didn't do anything and let it happen to propagate a war. That's quite a sensible theory. Or you can believe that they were actively planning it. That's a little bit madder. Then you can believe, okay, the planes were fake. Even madder.
Even madder.
Like it just builds up and up and up until you get to like flat Earth levels of like the numbers signifying like the last podcast to the left said, like a satanic ritual that happens every 30 years, and it's like, okay, that's proper mad now. Great. That's why I love conspiracy theories, because it's just people seeing patterns and things that aren't there.
It's just wonderful.
Like, we want to believe there's some big overarching plan and conspiracy, because otherwise it's just random and terrifying. Same with JFK. I love all the theories about JFK, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just Lee Harvey Oswald. And just
It wouldn't
pure luck.
surprise me. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Like, he was a nutter, he wanted to be a communist, he went over there, he didn't really like it apparently, and he came back. You can imagine him being pissed off and wanting to make an impression. There's all this, the conspiracy theories never talk about what he shot at, like, a judge 2 weeks earlier.
Did he?
Yeah, so he was already going down the path of fucking, like, attacking public officials. Like, he's the most obvious patsy in the world, don't get me wrong, like, you couldn't pick a more perfect guy. But, you know, sometimes luck works like that.
With the JFK thing, I honestly do think it was organised, but I don't think he was on his own.
Don't get me wrong, mate, I'll watch the JFK movie, I come out of that fucking screaming, like, release the records. It pumps you up. Because there is a lot of stuff that makes you go like,
Yeah, it does make you wonder.
And, like, the American government, they've been doing that shit for years. Like, if one aspect of them wanted to just take over the other aspect of the American government, yeah, Like, they've been doing it in Guatemala for ages. Why wouldn't they try it at home?
True.
That's one of the things that made me laugh about all the like Russian American election stuff. It's like, well, you've been doing that for like 70 years, guys.
Yeah. It's been going on a
I'm
little.
sure the whole of Latin America
little
is just
while,
looking at you
yeah.
like, you fucking what? You've got the cheek to be freaking out about this. Who installed Pinochet, by the way?
Well, Russia seems to be flexing their muscles a bit more and more.
Russia won a war. Because wars are great for the economy.
China's following suit, and
China doesn't want a war because it knows that it can just make us incredibly in debt to it, and then it hits one.
well, yeah, we're
See, we taught them too well, the British Empire.
a little bit.
Yeah, if we just we had to set up Hong Kong and teach them the intricacies of trade and debt, and they really loved those ideas.
Well, yeah.
They took them to heart, and now they're going to own us.
You
We'll
reckon?
give it 50 years.
What do you reckon? Sandy Shores or Mackenzie in a jumbo jet?
You're not going to make Mackenzie. Oh, I hate to break it.
You wanna bet?
I'll bet $100.
$100.
You gotta be careful with betting in our currency these days because it can just fall through the floor whenever fucking Theresa May opens her mouth.
That foul-mouthed old trollop.
Or doesn't in most cases. Like the cheek of her, she's so. Oh.
What? I was a bit low there.
That reminds me of like that, you know, that video we watched of like the insane airports, the one that has just
Oh,
like
God,
the road
yeah.
on the beach and they just come straight over.
And there's just run. There's just loads of fucking shit going everywhere as they're going over sunbathers and stuff.
Yeah, like one guy's trying to stand there and he's just getting blown back. And it's like, you mad bastard, what are you doing?
I would do it for a laugh, but I wouldn't be able to stay there all day. With a plane coming in every few minutes, no chance. Not a fucking hope in hell.
Excuse me, I just got a text.
You got a what?
Text.
Get you. You popular bastard.
Oh shit, I haven't got my bike lock, have I?
Oh, what for? For Mackie D's?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
Prop it up against the window.
Fucking...
Mate, no one is going to nick that bike apart from the pensioner you stole it
I
from.
didn't steal it from a pensioner.
You fucking
mate.
stole it off a pensioner.
Why would I steal a bike off a pensioner?
Because
I know
you're
I advocate
disgusting.
for the death of all people over 75, but...
Why?
Because what are they doing?
Enjoying the life that they've worked for.
Yeah. You've got 10 years after retirement age.
What?
That's more than enough time.
I worked out that
Look,
I'm going to have retired 10 years before Charlotte.
Yeah, it's good. Well,
So that means...
yeah, sure, mate.
So that means I'll
You're
have
gonna get
10
to
years.
retire. They're already talking about getting rid of it.
I know.
So,
Well, I've got my private one going.
I'm just going to do a big bank job when I'm 60.
And remember,
I'll
my-
either be dead, rich, or in prison. Either way works for me.
I'm looked after.
I'm paid for, yeah.
That's a fucking good idea, actually.
I'm not going to have kids. I'm definitely not going to have a wife. No one's going to miss me. It's going to be great.
What are you on about? You're definitely not going to have a wife. I reckon you'll get hung up one day.
Maybe once I'm in prison.
I reckon I'll
Those
get the call to be best man.
fan mail prison wives. Oof, yes please.
Turns out it's a dude. 75-year-old
Tom.
man. Yeah, it's just Bailey.
Son of a bitch. Got you. 4 years I was writing to you. You made me rest some dirt.
Mildred.
Bronwyn.
How funny would that be if Bronwyn was actually just Tom Bailey shaved?
Oh, God. Similar body type.
Oh, really?
She was
Robust.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to make fun of the Welsh, am I? So
You can make fun of them, you've just got to answer
I was
for
going
it.
to say, well, she was a Welsh woman. See?
Dude.
I didn't want to say that.
Don't say it then.
You teased it out of me.
I didn't do anything of the fucking
Like
sort.
some sort of
Piss off, mincemeat.
tapeworm that I've been starved and you just came there
Get
with a
out
bit
of
of
it,
food. I told one of the little younglings at work about that and he almost threw up into his hands.
Absolutely brilliant. Disgusting yet brilliant. Right, I read a piece
Oh, what's that?
the other day. This was, are we viable to live on Mars?
No.
Well, their answer is yes, and I trust them more than you.
We either have to change the planet or change
According to
ourselves.
this, we would have to wear unitards, have zero hair, be essentially genderless, and about 8 feet tall at the age of 6.
Oh, you'd be basketball players, mate.
Oh, yeah, well, no gravity, so you'd be living under artificial gravity, but still, you'd get a bit taller, wouldn't
one of
you?
the things sci-fi always forgets to do is like if you live under heavy gravity, you'd be a squat, short, fat bastard. You people who lived in zero gravity would be freakishly long, slim, fucking. They'd look like those grey aliens. Like there's a reason for that kind of like stereotyped alien.
True.
But you never see it in humans when we go out to space. We're always just the same old people.
Squat bastards.
I'm telling you, we're still the warrior race of the galaxy.
You reckon?
Humans are terrifying motherfuckers.
They're very...
Look, you consider us as an animal. We haven't done it. We haven't got any amazing skills other than our brain. And we managed to conquer pretty much every deadly animal on this planet.
Say that again.
Like we're top of the food chain, right?
Yeah, we have no predator.
Yeah, we don't have to. We're not in the food chain. We're not just top of the food chain.
We own the
For
food
a lot of
chain.
people in the world, I'm not going to say everyone, because there are part of the world where you still got to worry about that shit.
Lions and bears and rhinos and shit.
Yeah, even places in like America and Canada, yeah, you still got
Australia, everything wants to kill you.
For the large part, we have not only got to the top of the food chain, we're out of it. We don't have to worry about being food.
Yeah.
At all. We don't have to worry about catching our food at all. We're not playing that whole silly food game.
No, we don't need to. We go to something called a supermarket.
Yeah,
Because we are civilized,
compared
unlike
to an
apes.
animal like the crocodile, which
A
is
Crocodilius maximus.
which is
Which is fucking big crocodile in Latin.
evolutionary like design that nature went about a couple million years ago. You got it, mate.
The fucking death log.
You're good to go. That's perfect. Like the shark, man. Like, how do we beat the shark?
That
We
thing-
can't do it with our stupid
Fucking
bodies.
death torpedo. The thing's just horrific. Great white shark is one of the most terrifying things.
And like, yeah, we could just have been intelligent enough to learn the tricks of these animals and avoid them, but nah. We learn how to make things to
A
kill
great
them.
white shark is one of the most terrifying things. And yes, I know Jaws wasn't real, but still, fuck that shit.
The beauty of Jaws is they made that film so scary with such ridiculous animatronic. Like, you know, the shark didn't work. If you've not seen the documentary about Jaws, it's amazing. But essentially, one of the reasons why Jaws has all those kind of dramatic shots where you can't really see the shark,
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
it's because the first day they turned up for filming, the shark was busted, and it looked like shit. Like,
Was it a sock puppet?
No, it was like a shark, but like it was still quite a low budget film. Like it was his first big Hollywood job, other than like Jewel.
Fucking love that film.
Ooh, I love it.
So good. It's almost perfect.
I know you like it. It's about a truck.
Well, it's not just that, but it's the tension that it builds and the guy's own paranoia as he's being chased by this fucking truck.
It's Dennis Hopper, isn't it?
For no one knows who was in there. The person never comes out of the truck, do they?
No, the guy in the car.
I don't know if it's Hot Dog.
He's got a big 70s mustache.
Let's
and
have a
long hair.
look. Yeah, he's got a proper set of
Yeah, you never see the guy in the truck. That's the whole thing. He's
the
just,
menacing part.
he's
Yeah.
just trolling this poor guy on the road.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
The first film about trolls.
Have you ever watched The Troll Hunter?
No.
I love it.
I'm told
It's giant trolls.
Isn't it a new Kiwi thing, a New Zealand
No,
thing?
no, it's Norwegian.
Oh, okay. I'll forget
But
those two
some
confused.
of the CGI is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm told like Troll 2 is going to be really a lot of fun.
I've not seen Troll 2.
People say fun or good, so I don't know if it's a comedy film or
Okay.
just a genuinely good. I don't know if they're horror movies. I'm told that. I don't know, man. I haven't seen it. It's got a troll in it, so you know that's enough for me to. But
A business commuter is pursued and terrorized by the malevolent male of... What? Malevolent. Malevolent. Yeah, I was right. Malevolent. Driver of a massive tractor trailer. It's got 7.7 out of 10.
A lot of people won't watch it because it's old.
But it's fucking flawless.
I didn't realise this was late afternoon tea.
We are having 11s. High tea at the De Bergs with beer.
The only good thing about hobbits, that and their houses.
And second breakfast.
Same thing as 11 seasons, isn't it?
I don't know.
I haven't read those fucking books. Not gay.
I beg to differ, Tweed boy.
Hey, that's for pay.
Tweed for pay.
Wearing tweeds does not automatically make you gay.
Kind of does when you look like you.
Prince Philip.
He's fine. He's racist.
You seen Prince William these days? Jesus Christ, he looks like he's kicked by a horse. His dad's genes are definitely coming through. There was also a thing in the paper the other day about how the BBC is getting sued because they brought up the Hewlett-Harry thing again. Because we're still pretending like that isn't true.
Yeah, Wills is suing a newspaper.
And the BBC as well, because it's part of like a new comedy/drama they're doing.
Called?
Harry the Third or something? I don't know. But yeah, no, they don't even say it directly. It's like a sly reference, and it was admittedly front page of the Mail, so you might as well just move Harry. But you know, Jesus, everyone knows it. It's fine. He's not going to be king now.
I think it would be hilarious if he was, though.
He is. I'm sorry, but there's
Harry?
Yeah.
He'd be amazing.
Well, if he was king, yeah.
Yeah. He's brilliant. He's so funny, and he just enjoys being a young man.
Yeah, I know someone who met him. He was a right laugh when he was flying the helicopters. The helicopsuckers.
Helicopsuckers. Yeah, that's the thing. Trailer Park Boys, the newest series. Kind of liked it. They've got a bit big budget though.
10 was good. 10 was one with Goldie. Was it Goldie? Orangey.
Or
was that 9?
Orangey's pretty. No, that's 9. Yeah, Orangey's pretty fucking tough. I fucking love Trailer Park Boys. It's just so terrible.
It was one of those little gems that just didn't make it across here.
No.
I'm still shocked Always Sunny didn't. Apparently they're playing it on the Vice channel now. Viceland or whatever it's called.
Netflix have just got the newest series.
Yeah, I mean it's on Netflix, and Netflix I suppose is TV these days. But like the fact that Always Sunny was going since what, 2005? We only got into it like season 6, 7.
You got me into it.
That's what
around.
I couldn't believe that there was this. Same thing happened with me for like Parks and Rec. You find out that it's like 4 seasons. It's like, what? Why isn't this on us over here? I don't know.
People don't get it. I can understand that with Parks and Rec. It's very American government based, but only towards the later seasons did they really get really far into it. When she starts going for council and stuff.
Even though it's like The Office. You don't need to know how a paper company works. So
no. Just accept the comedy.
You know, I love the American Office because it wasn't the British Office.
Ooh, sorry, one sec, phone call.
But no, I was going to say, film, really good. Everyone gave it shit when it came out, but it's still really good. Zodiac.
I love that film. Mark Ruffalo's amazing.
You got the Ruffalos, you got the Gillinghams.
I can't remember exactly who's on it, but yeah, my interest peaked on that again a little while ago. I still haven't got round to watching it again. I watched it when it came out. It was good. It was very entertaining.
I remember when it came out, everyone was like, but they didn't catch the killer. It's like,
that's the point.
That's the Zodiac case.
No one ever did.
There's no resolution to this movie, yeah? Welcome to life, bitch.
He could have died. He could have stopped. He could have been picked up on something else as a charge and put in prison.
I will kill again.
I will have my revenge.
Oh god, poor Ted. Free Ted.
Free Ted. Is he still going?
Oh god, yeah. Chilling in suit.
We need to have a weekly watch, like a weekly check-in. Is Ted Kaczynski still alive?
He's doing alright.
So I know I've asked you before.
He did some interviews a couple of years ago, and he's looking good. He's got a salt and pepper beard.
Ooh,
he had a bit of salt and pepper beard anyway. No, he's got rid of like the madman hair, and he's got a nice little crop top.
I don't think I've ever seen what he looks like.
It's like when Saddam Hussein went into court, and he,
oh god, the guy just looked a mess.
The stupid beret, and he got himself a nice, decent suit, and had a trim of the beard.
Had a sweater underneath as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
oh no, it's just a light-coloured shirt and a dark jacket.
Yeah, he looked quite dapper. It was much better than that whole Frank Spencer fucking look he had going on before. Especially with the cigar.
Fucking hell, no, he's not a good-looking dude, is he?
Well, Ted and his capture photos, no, you can tell he's been living in the woods drinking his own piss.
Yeah.
There's like a black and white one of him in like his prison.
He's got a PhD.
Yeah. Oh, he taught at Berkeley for a couple of years.
Of course he did, yeah.
I can't remember what the instigating in it. He wasn't a very good teacher apparently. But this is after the whole MK Ultra stuff.
He was a good-looking lad when he was younger.
They always are.
But apparently he smelt of milk.
Soured milk, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that in his capture, in his arrest photos. Yeah, no, he's a weird-looking little dude.
Poor Ted.
And who's the other one?
He also believed that people that recycle are fake.
Well, they are. No
Yeah.
one actually does it because they care. They do it because they want their box to be the fullest on the street, so they look better than other people.
Here's the thing, though, right? I know. We're constantly getting letters from council saying like we can't sort your shit out. You need to do it yourselves.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's kind of your job, guys.
Why not pay a little bit extra council tax, employ some people to sort out the recycling at the plant?
Well, why is our council tax going up and the services are going down?
Because the country's falling apart, but no one wants to
Well,
address that question.
There you go.
Um,
Stop the country falling apart and make it work.
what I'm saying is, I'll pay an extra tax if you do it.
Whoa!
Else I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to go down to the canal and throw it on there. Your choice.
Just fuck it in the canal.
Fly tipping is going through the roof.
Yeah,
like,
big time.
recycling numbers are actually starting to go down. People
140 quid to drop a carload of rubble at the tip.
like I know you need to keep things operating. You need to like bring money in, but at the same time, people are just going to fuck it into a lay-by.
Yeah.
Because you can't unless you film every lay-by. You can't stop it.
No.
So yeah, I'll pay a little extra tax. You sort it out. You hire a couple of extra guys. I get them out of the job centre, having to deal with that fucking nightmare.
Oh, fuck
I'd do that job. You pay even slightly more than minimum wage.
Really? What, sorting rubbish at the tip?
It wouldn't be that bad.
What, digging through the tip?
Yeah, it smell a bit. As long as you've got gloves, you're good to go.
Piss me off.
Put some headphones in. I'll be
Find a
happy.
fucking khaki
Probably won't
nappy.
have to talk to anyone. Job
The amount of
done.
money you'd probably find there too.
That's what I mean. I'd like to be a binman, but they seem way too friendly with each other.
Yeah, they are. They're very pally.
Exactly. Fuck that.
And it is actually quite hard work.
I can work hard.
The recycling is
I
very
work ha-
fast and
I
hard
work
work.
hardest when I don't have to rely on anybody else. So I know I
True.
have to get it done myself.
Well,
when you're
you've
part
got
of the
no...
team, it's like, are you going to do this or are you just going to fuck about? And I try and do everything and fail miserably.
We all fail now and again.
That's why I like shit like stock takes, where it's like, here you go, you got an hour to do this. Alright, job done.
Well, yeah.
Charlie work, man, you know what I mean?
Charlie work. Yeah, you do love your Charlie work.
Anything gross, anything sticky or slimes, any moulds. I'm your guy.
I'm your guy.
So I'd love to do care work, but I couldn't deal with the people. Don't mind mopping up the shit, it's just...
Why not go for a janitor up at fucking Ryden Lane or something?
No, the madhouse.
Well, yeah. Go sort
Again,
out the local
people.
nut jobs. I'm sure you'd find more of your kind.
Fucking the same people that come in on my work. What do you think? When they close those places, where do you think they kick them out to? Same thing.
Go stand up there.
Same thing on the high street. Like, yeah, they get kicked out of their their like halfway houses for the day
Mhm.
with a fiver in their pockets, so they wander down to the Weatherspoons and fucking bother the staff.
Yeah. It's pretty much all that happens.
And bother the whole high street. They were in Debenhams as well. Fucking, like, it's not their fault. They got nowhere else to go. It's like when I played hooky off school. Like, yeah, you just bunk around town because what else you gonna do? Go home. Boring.
A little bit. You seen any decent movie trailers this week?
I jizzed myself with the Dunkirk one, obviously.
I've not watched that one yet.
We can
Stick
do
it
that
on
in a
if you want.
second, yeah. It's more the same. So yeah.
I'm happy with that.
The only shot of Tom Hardy is him wearing his like breathing mask in the Spitfire. So now people are like, is it a thing in his contract where he has to wear a mask now, or
Oh, God.
what? It's 3 prominent film titles where he
3?
oh you got Bane,
Bane, yeah.
you got Mad Max, remember?
Oh,
half
shit,
the movie
yeah.
is wearing that trowel over his face.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, now this. Like, maybe he's quite self-conscious about those big syrup-chugging lips of his. Don't tell him I said that.
He, what, you're afraid he'll squeeze you until you pop?
Mate, would you want to fuck with Tom Hardy? Like, even if he's a London lovey actress, a London lovey actor, like some people say he is, he's still got arm muscles that would pop my neck.
You just got to get in there first.
What,
It's just
Houdini?
about knowing how to fight.
Just one good punch to the stomach.
No. You've got to work out a weakness and immobilise him.
Well, my tactic,
Pick him apart,
get
tire
them
him
on the
out.
ground and then use my weight to just kind of pin them and then go for the face. It doesn't work.
What
so
are you
much
going to do when you go for the face? Your punching style is so fucked. What he does is he cocks one arm, usually his right. It's his stronger arm when he hasn't got it wrapped round his knob. And when he has got it wrapped round his knob.
Well,
And it comes right back. And I mean, it's actually kind of painful pulling your arm back that far. And then he raises his fist over the top of his head.
What?
What the fuck are you gonna do? How tall is the person that you're fucking fighting? Who are you fighting? A grey?
I'm taller than them.
What? Yeah, so why is your arm up here?
So I can sweep down.
What, you're gonna hammer fist on top
get
of
a bit
them?
more weight, a bit more momentum.
You're getting that 50 kilos of
It's like the wrestling kind of...
double fisted.
Yeah.
I've heard you like being double fisted.
Well, yeah.
But that is possibly the most ineffective fighting style I've ever seen. You're leaving your whole body exposed. All they've got to do is be quicker and just go smack in the face. You're out for the count, dribbling.
Well, I don't normally resort to fisticuffs.
What do you do?
A good tackle. Like I say...
What? You spear them like it's WWF.
Definitely, yeah.
I refuse to call it WWE.
Again, when I was 21 stone, I could still move.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. When I was a big boy at 24, that was my biggest. I could still fucking sprint.
Yeah.
And that would have been terrifying, seeing
You
all
don't
those
need-
rolls come flying at
You
you.
don't need to know how to fight to fucking hit someone with that much weight at a bit of speed. If you don't win them, they're definitely hitting the ground.
God, can you imagine me versus you when we were both big boys?
Fucking sumo match, yeah.
Jesus, the unstoppable force against the immovable object. When two worlds collide. Womp.
Yeah, I'm surprised it never came to that one drunken night at Elves.
God, yeah, fucking hell, those nights were something special.
Did you hear about the time Big Bob threw the dead pigeon through the window?
No.
He got
Regale me.
Big Bob got kicked out of the flat because
He was being Big Bob.
He's probably fucking about or trying to fuck a gal. One of the two.
Either way, he had his knob out.
He got kicked out in a teenage hissy fit. He picked up a dead pigeon that was on the ground because life in this town is as grim as you can imagine it sometimes.
Yes.
I can't remember if he kicked or throwed. He's definitely kicked the pigeon more than once.
Big Bob does have,
Put this.
or did have some anger issues. Did have, because he is actually a top-notch guy now.
But yeah, no, he either punted or it was a very good throw through the open window of the flat.
Right.
Like it was the one just behind Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah.
No, one of those little
Yeah.
Georgian houses with like the slide-up windows.
Yeah,
Windows
where
on-
Sonia used to live as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Like the windows only up like.
I
a
puked
quarter.
out of that window. I'll tell you in a
I'm
minute.
pretty sure we all have.
Yeah.
It was nice and flat. It was perfect for it. And then the rain would just wash it away.
Well, I'll tell you something
Or
about
ours. But no. So the window was only about a quarter open. Again, the boy's aim went straight through the window, right across the front room, hit the white wall on the far side, and exploded.
that. Fucking hell.
There was like 2 or 3 people in the front room at the time, and they were just sitting there watching TV, like nursing hangovers, when suddenly the pigeon came through the window. Blood and
Just goes
feathers.
boom.
And yeah, they spent the rest of the afternoon cleaning the pigeon afterwards, apparently. He wasn't going to do it. Big Bob was gone.
No,
I'm
fuck that.
I'm sure he was doing donuts on someone's front garden in his moped. He is like a Beano character sometimes.
He is every character from the Bash Street Kids rolled into one.
The Bash Street Kid. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy was a one-man wrecking crew. He was absolutely fucking amazing. Up at that flat, we were all out drinking one night. I'd had a savage night on the gin and tonic. God knows why. We all got a kebab as you do, the tray of fucking doner meat shit.
Go down Munchies. And
Yeah, you nip down Munchies or Tuckers. Yeah, we used to go to Tuckers.
Chili sauce.
Chips, cheese, beans, twice, please. But yeah, so we were chowing away with our takeaway, and I inhale my food. At this point, I was at possibly near my biggest. I was probably up at 20 odd stone,
Yeah.
and I was packing away this kebab quite successfully. Chilled out. Everyone's having a lovely night. I wake up probably about 6 in the morning. The light's just coming up, sunlight's just coming up, and I go to puke out of the window because that's the only place I know where anything is in that house. Because I only ever went in that room. I used to pee out of the window into the street just because. Well, why the fuck shouldn't I?
Oh, you're not in fucking medieval times, have you?
Well, I was a disgusting
Or
human
Spain.
being. But yeah, so I just puked, and these long strands of doner meat came out because I didn't chew them.
You fucking sword swallowing.
I just fucking gulp them down. I'd maybe give them 2 mashes,
Like
so
a
there were
fucking
like
duck.
there were like some teeth marks in the odd one or two.
Jesus Christ, Xavier.
And hence why one of the many millions of reasons why I'm fat. I didn't eat my food and I ate far too much
Yeah, you
of it.
don't eat and savour it. You just kind of rush through it. I do
Burst
it now with
through it,
McDonald's.
and it's more of a case of how much can I fit in over how much do I need.
It's the reason why we'll go McDonald's and eat until I roll over and pain like a fat dog.
But apparently the next day they came in, saw how disgusting the windowsill was, because I had to be up at 7. We got in at 4. I had to be up at 7
You always
to go run a
like,
charity
I got
race.
work at 6 in the morning. I hope you're not driving a school bus, mate. You fucked.
No, I had to go do this race for charity, and I was still stinking of G&T, and it was starting at a pub at 8 in the morning, but I had to get showered down to my brother's, which was the other side of town, and then it was 20 minutes out there, so I was fucking rushing around, getting ready. I just didn't even look, went back to mine, got showered, fucked off. Brother gets to the bar and goes, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Just give me a G&T, I've got to top this up, otherwise I'm not going to do well."
I'm still drunk.
And he's like, "Right, okay, no worries." But then I got turned my phone on after the charity race and saw the fucking monstrous amounts of missed calls and text messages. "This is fucking disgusting. I've just had to fight a pigeon out of my living room." And apparently Andy got called because there was a seagull picking pieces out of the front room. Because the window was open, I just missed.
That's fucking grim.
But that is why I don't party hard anymore. I think the hardest I've partied in years has to be my wedding day, and I drank. I put it away.
I can't remember the end of your wedding day, so God knows.
Oh, dude, you had a whale of a time. You got carted off with Mutual and Simon and Tom. Mutual had to fucking babysit you up to the taxi
once
rank,
it wasn't
I
me
think.
carrying him home, so.
Well, that's quite true. Shh, boys, leave it. It's all right.
Just go.
Just go.
Like a man who's like been caught in a bear trap, and the guards are just about to
Save
come over the hill.
yourself.
Just go. Leave me. I'm dead already.
But
we did.
You assholes! You fucking stand there and you take a whipping with your friend. What the fuck is wrong with you? But no, there were many disgusting nights like that.
Yeah, the flat
That
overlooking
flat
the
was
carnival.
God, do you remember me and you standing on the fucking bridge, waving our cans at Jeremy Brown? Jez Brown, local politician known for chatting up the 16-year-olds at Della's.
He's got Mambo a lot.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Reaching out to the kids, you know. You've got a tyre fucked on that car.
That's what I'm trying to get towards the shop.
But so there's me and you stood on the bridge of the River Tone with a 24-pack of export.
I want to say it was carnival.
Pounding drinks.
It was carnival night. It wasn't just like Sunday afternoon.
It was like it was always sunny and we were on the plane.
Yeah. Like,
We were chasing each other's beers.
I find carnival night hellish, so I always try to drink so I can't remember the last float.
I enjoy going up there to look at the floats. It's kind of fun, it's loud, it's busy, you see all these people out and about, it's a good atmosphere usually. Everyone's usually going, fucking hell, why is it so packed? Because it's lots of lights. And people like
folk.
that. But I also like to drink while I do that.
Oh yeah.
I want to have some beers.
This is part of
The shitty looks we were getting.
Oh god, yeah, he did not like us drinking.
We offered him one.
Yeah, we were.
We know he's a drinker. We offered him one. It's export. It's not like we were drinking fucking Fosters in the street. We're not scumbags, you know.
I wanted to get for special brew, but you wouldn't let me. I'd probably end up on one of the floats.
Special brew, my limit is a 4-pack, and the carnival goes on for a few hours. I can kill a can in about 15 minutes.
I was going to say...
4 cans an hour.
You make the end of that 4-pack, but you wouldn't make the end of the carnival.
No, exactly. Well, special brew is fucking brutal. It's like Tennant Super. It is made for a purpose.
Oh, yeah.
No one enjoys those drinks.
Life support for tramps.
Yeah. When they get taken into respite care, all that happens is they turn a can upside down and do it IV.
Oh, yes, please.
Straight to the source.
Better than fucking drinking it.
I think it was Trauma Corner in Bridgewater when Tom was doing his Neckit nomination.
Oh, God.
When those things were a thing.
God, one of the worst internet phases.
It was disgusting. I think he had a WKD, a Smirnoff Ice, a few shots of Jaeger and a can of special brew all in one go, and he necked it, and the boy achieved it, so 10 out of 10. The boy fucking nailed that one.
Turned green and then went...
But it was like half set cement. I swear he had to chew the last few bits down.
Ooh.
And Trauma Corner had him for a good 4 hours.
It happened to the best of us.
Trauma Corner got us.
Most people went...
So there was a section in Dave's living room in Bridgewater where basically there was no light. Daytime or with TVs or the top light on.
It was already a windowless box.
Well, yeah, it was a windowless box.
I should add that. But yeah, it was part of it.
You could lose days and think it was just 12 hours.
It was just like a little nook where it was like long enough for a bed, and no light from like the ceiling light or lamps or anything went in there. So when you went round there, it was kind of pitch black. And
and it's where you went if you'd had too much. If you needed a little time out, you went round there, and every now and again you'd chuck your hand up and be like, "Yeah, I'm alive, but I'm going back to sleep."
A little camp bed set out there.
You had it decked out quite well. It was comfortable.
It was like MASH.
It was like MASH, for alcoholics. Just see Jim Leahy there parked up in a pair of piss-stained Y-fronts.
No, I'm proud of the Trauma Corner because there was one very good rule that was always enforced: is you don't fuck with anyone that's in Trauma Corner.
No, that is a safe zone. I fucking hate safe zones because I think, fucking suck it up, the world is a disgusting and horrible place, get used to it.
Sometimes you have too much, you drink too much,
or you drink too quick. That's also a valid reason. The amount of times we'd play drinking games up there.
In the boot, mate.
Das Boot. And the look on Big Bob's eyes when it broke.
Oh, that's why we had two. He knew we were going to break one, that's why we got two. He pretended like he got one for me as well, but he just knew what he was like. You don't mind if we keep them together? It looks better as a pair. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm tempted to get a boot at
They're
some
only
point.
like 30 quid, they're really not that expensive.
30 quid is a lot for a glass.
It looks good on a shelf, don't get me
that
wrong.
will cause cirrhosis of the liver.
I couldn't do it now.
No, I can't boot like that anymore.
We did have me and Big Bob had a nice collection of people passed out after they'd done the boot.
Yeah.
It was up to like 4 or 5 people.
It can hit you.
Because everyone was like, it doesn't look that bad. And then you start getting all the beers out to pour into the boot. It's like, what are you doing?
It was like 4 or 5, wasn't it?
It was like 8 or 9 cans, mate.
Was it?
It was a
Fuck
2 litre boot.
2 litre boot's only going to be like 3.5 cans.
It might have been 3.
4.5 cans.
It's more than you think.
Fucking hell.
It's
Still, 2 litres of beer, especially if it's cold. That's fucking pain.
You had to kind of let it warm up. But then you're drinking lukewarm beer.
Oh, God.
Because if it's cold, you can't drink it fast enough.
No.
You'll just like take a big...
I can't drink warm lager
You're drinking
though.
till your teeth and fillings hurt, and then lift the boot down, and it's gone down like 1/4 of a centimetre.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Oh, God.
But yeah, everyone thought they could do the boot, and then if the bubble didn't get you, then just the amount of beer over the short amount of time.
The bubble coming back out would get you because the gas was immense. And it didn't matter what you drank, there was always so much gas.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons why you leave it for a little bit to get a bit flatter.
Knock the fluff out of it.
Try
Like,
to do it with ale.
like making a shandy with John Smith.
I suppose the proper German way is like the yard of ale, where it's a flat drink.
It's the yard flat, is it?
It's a
Oh,
yard
it's
of
ale, yeah.
Most ales may be flat, isn't it? I don't know.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
pretty
an
much.
IRA
They
type.
don't go through crosening, which is where they reintroduce yeast after it's already been fermented a bit. That's the bubbles is just the fermenting process,
I've drank a lot of beer. I don't know much about.
and
the
it
process.
just boosts it back up. I like beer, so I researched it.
It's one of the things I want to look into because I enjoyed the one time I made beer. It gave someone pink eye, but
Who did it give pink eye?
it gave Mike pink eye.
Oh,
I
God.
told him not to drink the sludge.
Oh God, no!
I left it. It was one of those like kits you can get in Wilkinson's for like 20 quid or like Hawkins Bazaar.
Yeah,
Big round thing. You just stick powder in, fill it up with water,
and leave it.
leave it, and then touch it. Sometimes like that's warm. That's disturbing. Problem is I forgot about it. And instead of getting it out after 4 weeks, it was in there for like 6. So it came out like homemade special brew. It was
What, at like
It
8-9%?
was called Adam Brow.
Adam Brown.
I put it into like Coke bottles and it was fine.
Oh God.
You just didn't want to drink the silt that rested up into the like bottom of the nodules.
Oh God.
Mike, like an idiot, was just drinking it like normal out of the Coke bottle. It's like, no, you've got to pour it out. Make sure there isn't any fucking
Oh
silt
my
in it.
God.
He's like,
That
you should
sounds
have done that.
fucking
It's like,
gross.
mate, I'm not filtering your beer.
No, you handle your shit,
Get a
boy.
tea strainer. Yeah, he drank it and woke up with pink eye.
That's
And he
fucking
blamed it on my
stupid.
beer. It could have just been a farty pillow for all I know.
I when I used to live with Tom, I
Well, man,
did
you
used
look
to
really
do
high,
stuff like
it's just
that to
pink
him.
eye.
I used to do it quite often to Tom's pillow. If he was working nights and he'd be back in the morning, I'd just like get up in the morning, fart on his pillow,
You're an arsehole,
so it
you
was
know.
fresh. When I lived with Tom, that was the closest I ever got to uni digs. Really, we lived together for a few months. It was quite good fun though. I mean, if we both had the day off together, we'd lose a whole day to Euro Truck Simulator,
Oh, mate.
driving around Europe.
I
It was
would.
fucking brilliant.
I would.
It was great fun on his rig.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't come out on console, to be honest.
I don't think there'd be enough interest.
Farming Simulator has taken the fuck off.
Only because of the mods.
Yeah, but you can do that on...
There are more people playing week on Farming Simulator online than there are Call of
But,
Duty.
you know, it's proof that simulators as a concept can work on consoles.
And do. I want a forklift simulator and an excavator simulator. They've got telehandlers on Farming Sim, but they don't have...
You can see they've got some of those like
Excavators.
knockoff like Extreme Machines 2017 stuff on here, but it's 25 quid and it's probably going to be ropey as shit.
It's going to be wank, because I bought one before
Yeah,
Farming Sim came out.
The
I
knockoff
bought one called Professional Farmer, and I just picked it up because I saw Farm, and I was like, fuck, it's here already. And I
That-
swear they got a lot of people that way.
That's what they do it, mate, for.
It's-
That's why they make the case look so similar. That's
It
why
was
they
on
have-
the end of the aisle, and yeah, it looked identical case. But instead of John Deere, it was John Doerr and stuff like that. But that fucked me, because that was such a basic game. And all you had to do to make money was open up your save file and adjust your money. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
fucking
again,
stupid.
Same thing happened when Minecraft came out and there was 11 billion fucking Blockcraft and
Oh
shit
yeah.
like that. Like, yeah, people want to
3D build
It
world.
shows you that Farming Simulator is successful enough for people to try and copy it, which is a good sign.
Yeah,
Um,
but it is a good game. I love it. It's
that's
fun.
what I mean, but no, I'm surprised like a good flight. There hasn't been any flight simulators this gen. We
Like
haven't
Flight
even,
X would be
we haven't even got a
brilliant
fucking-
on console.
we haven't even got an Ace Combat.
That would work as well. That would run on a PS4. Flight X.
Mate, VR, if you want games that work in VR, a flight sim. There
Oh
you
my
go.
god! In the cockpit.
Yeah.
Oh my word,
You're
that would
sitting
be
down, so you don't have
amazing.
to worry about moving. Yeah.
Oh,
Sony, there you go. There's some
Dave,
money.
make it happen.
Like it doesn't have to
I know
be.
you're secretly a
They're
philanthropist.
doing some of those fucking like they're doing the Eve like simulator
Yeah.
VR ones as well, but no, just a normal flight sim. Fucking copy the old files from Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That's pretty much all it would be. I'm surprised
Stick-
Xbox haven't done it actually.
Xbox aren't doing VR though.
Aren't
Xbox
they?
are getting all buddy with a PC because they are
To
PC.
go modular.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're talking about stuff like you'll buy a game and it will just work on the you'll own the game for everything they do. If that makes sense. So if I buy a game for my Xbox One and I get a computer that can run it, I can just play it.
Fucking perfect.
That's
so they're
a cool
launching
idea.
their own Steam.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Like the ideal thing would be Steam to make their console work right because
That would be nice.
there's loads of people like me and you who want to play PC games. There's loads of cool PC games out there, but we can't be asked. We can't afford to do all this bullshit that comes with PC gaming. And I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but playing a game with a keyboard and mouse is fucking retarded.
Yes and no. I quite like
Don't
it.
get me wrong. If I'm playing
Depends on the game though.
if I'm playing my strategy games, my grand strategies like Stellaris or whatever, yeah, I want a keyboard because you need about 11 billion hotkeys.
Well, true.
If I'm playing GTA or something, like, I want a controller.
Yeah.
Like a game, those strategy games normally have spreadsheet like style layouts, which is coincidentally what a keyboard and mouse is fucking designed for.
Pardon me.
Like I can't play shooters on the PC. I just can't. Like,
Really?
no, like the moving sticks, moving around with the buttons, like the WASD or the arrow keys or
Yeah.
however you let it up, it just feels so fucking archaic.
Yeah.
To press a button like that to left, and right. I'm so used to analog sticks now. I've been spoilt by them.
You are a spoilt tart. Just in general.
Yeah. And like, if they've been around for a while now, man, fucking make a PC keyboard with an analog stick on it. It looks stupid, but I'll probably use it.
Yeah. Well,
But again, the kind of PC games that I'm into and I play, you play with keyboard and mouse, so it doesn't affect me.
I want to get.
I'm not going to play Counter-Strike. I'm going to play fucking Universal Europolis or whatever, fucking high strategy game. I don't
Oh
need...
god,
some-
yeah. Talk to me about the one that you had to delete the other day.
Oh, Stellaris, yeah. That one's bad.
The Super Dave Simulator.
Europa Universalis is a game set in like the medieval times. It goes from like 1181 to like late early 18th century.
Yeah.
And with the expansions, you pretty much pick any kind of nation or culture that happened in that period of time, and take control of them, and like forge their path in the future. So you could take the
Fucking cool.
Mongolians
Yeah.
and try to see if you could invade the whole of Europe.
Yeah. I'd take Europe and then I'd develop
But
freighters
it's
and
not
go
just
take
it's not
the
just
US.
like Civilization where you just have a couple of cities and you can trade and fight with people. This is a game that has detailed shit like, okay, what marriage alliances am I gonna do? How do I marry off my daughters to gain power in other provinces?
Holy shit.
It's like that level of detailed. And Stellaris is that, but in space.
So that is your life.
Yeah.
How you want it to
The
be.
fact that I not only get to make a galactic civilization, but I get to decide our ethics and our tax codes and our fucking like the kind of world views of the people of the colonies I'm sending. So I can make a colony full of people just full of like idealistic people who are really hard workers. That little insane amount of detail, like that is what will get me playing till 6 in the morning when my eyes are bleeding and I'm just like.
Well, you messaged me the other morning going, I've had to delete it.
Yeah, I'll probably download it again because holy shit, it's like
What's it on? PC?
it's PC, yeah. Stellaris. It only came out like last year or so, and it feels like someone played a lot of there was a lot of games similar to it, like Civilization or Galactic Civilizations or
Yeah.
Homeworld. But no, it's great because it has that like big strategic game like map.
Yeah.
And then when you zoom into the system, it has like a semi-realistic map of the solar system.
Okay.
So like for the Earth solar system, You've got all the internal planets up until you've got all the planets except for Pluto and the little baby one.
No one really cares
You've
about
got the
that.
asteroid belts. You've got a couple of named asteroids. You've got like a bunch of the moons of Jupiter which you can build bases around and whatnot. So it's got that crazy little level of detail that I'm just like, okay, I can make my own little mining network inside the Earth's solar system, and then worry about expanding outward to like Sirius and Alpha Centauri. Like the stars around it are named after stars closest to us, and I could lose days to that kind of shit.
Yeah, I can see why as well. That sort of detail, that intimate detail, really changes the game. Pull over that truck with the speedboat on. I want the speedboat.
And then there's stuff like you can design your spaceships. That's always a big one for me. So I can decide what they look like, what they're outfitted with. So I can make my frigates have like flak cannons and whatnot. Like, it's one of those games that is terribly boring unless you're into it. But if you're into it, oh my god,
you're on.
Yeah. I'd compare. Yeah, it's a bitch of a game. This is the problem. This is kind of the reason why I should never have the ability to play semi-decent PC games, because there's far too many out there, and I like all of them.
Yeah. I really miss
like,
the old Command and Conquers.
Oh, I love Command and Conquer. It's the same the way it died.
It was so good.
They're trying to bring it back, and a few years ago they released an amazing trailer for a Command and Conquer game that was going to use the engine from Battlefield 4.
Really?
With that kind of destructibility.
Yeah.
But with like top down, like classic Command and Conquer style gameplay.
Yeah.
That looked amazing.
Because it's just playing army men, that's all it is, really.
Oh yeah, that was one of the games that introduced me to the whole strategy, kind of real-time strategy as well. Civilization and whatnot is good, but it's turn-based, you know. You get a lot of time to think over your things, go, what am I going to do next? What are my overarching goals? Whereas something like Command and Conquer, you'll just get like 50 tanks rolled towards you and be like, oh shit.
Deploy everything.
Like some of the best times in games I can remember, I was playing like multiplayer games of Red Alert 2 on the PC.
Yeah.
It was great because it would run on anything. Like it was a really simple game to make working, so it would run on any dog shit.
Really
PC.
made you think as well.
Oh, it had that insane storyline. You know, the Nazis never happened because Albert Einstein went back in time and erased Hitler from existence. And that's the first game. It only gets crazier from that. You wait until you get to Red Alert 3 when the Japanese have fucking robot samurais fighting with them. The Russians have like armored bears. Tim Curry's in there as an insane, amazing Russian general.
Yes, I remember that.
I shall go to the moon. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's got Jonathan Pryce. Like again, they went all out for the casting of that one. There's a bunch of wrestlers because you can hire them for like a $5 if they're not dead.
Goldberg.
Listen to that Chris Benoit episode of last podcast.
Oh my god, yeah.
When they point out, like, we're going to be saying he's now sadly passed for a lot of these guys. Because wrestlers, they do not live long.
Not long, their hearts pop.
Mate, man, fuck that.
Years of juice in brew.
Well, yeah, it's like, people decry it for being fake, but it'd be easier if it was real, to be honest.
I tried watching one the other week.
Yeah?
Yeah, after listening to that Chris Benoit, I was like, I kind of miss wrestling.
Oh, it was of its time for me.
Yeah, it's had its day. I watched some with my nephew.
Like the wrestlers that were on when I was growing up, like, yeah, I've got a connection to them because I watched them. I had to watch them. Everyone was into it. And it kind of rubbed off.
It's the only way you got along in prison. I mean, secondary school.
Surprisingly few wrestling fans in secondary school, probably because, it was fake fighting. You just go out to the playground if you want real fight.
True.
Mess with some guy's weight, see what happens.
Oh, well, should we wrap this up for this week?
Yeah,
because I think we've been on for about an hour.
It's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
I've started to notice that now. It's still light when I wake up, which is trippy.
Yeah.
You know how it's hard to describe this to a normie.
Normie. Fucking chin.
You know how when you wake up and it's still dark, you're like, yes, still got time, still got a bit of time for I have to do some stuff.
I hate that.
I know you don't because you're an insane workaholic, but
I'm not one of them.
But for most people, you wake up normally it's just like you've got about half an hour before your alarm goes off if you're lucky.
Oh yeah.
You get to do that whole thing like it's dark. That means it's sleep time for me. and you get used to it, and then
Yeah.
the sun keeps getting earlier and earlier, and eventually you're getting up when it's light, and you're like, oh god damn it.
I think that's why I hate winter so much, because it feels like you're getting up in the middle of the night.
Whereas for me, it's the opposite. When I wake up and it's still light outside, I'm like, good, it's still bedtime.
God,
When it gets dark, I'm like, oh shit, am I late? What? Because especially when you wake up and it's dark, you're disorientated.
Yeah.
Like when you fall asleep after a nap and you wake up and it's dark and fucking...
Oh god, yeah, I fucking hate that.
You don't know if it's been 5 minutes or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, I hate that. That's why I try not to nap.
That's why I'm
just
so
in case I
confused on
snooze.
the phone when I wake up, because I'm like, what time
Oh
is it?
god, when I phone you to say I'm on my way round to come and get you. What? What? Who is it? I don't want to go to school
I
today.
genuinely don't know what's going on.
Big Bob, get off my wiener.
But yeah, so now it's getting light when I wake up, and it's genuinely throwing me off. And it's light when I leave work. Like now I'm starting to deal with the sun. I'll get a tan if I'm not careful.
Careful. I got a good tan at the weekend. I've been out being a man, haven't I?
Slapping on some lead.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say I've been a man this week.
Yeah, you went for a working holiday.
Yeah, busman's holiday. Travelled across the country and spent 2 days fucking breaking my back. It was good fun.
Yeah.
Charlotte and I had some bonding time. A nice long trip back from Peterborough yesterday was cut short because Charlotte was driving like a fucking maniac. She was driving far too quick, but hell, she did get us back in 4 hours, so that's pretty good. That's record time, and that included a break.
I was going to say, you got a Subway, didn't you?
Well, yeah, oh yeah, and a Starbucks. Cold brew vanilla sweet cream.
I thought Fort Costa cornered the highway service.
Not all of them. Starbucks are making a comeback because they got the drive-through in and out in 60 seconds.
I still don't quite understand. Is it literally the same as like a McDonald's drive-through?
Yeah.
Coffee, okay.
But they claim it's like 60 seconds.
Do you remember when Burger King did the get your meal in 2 or 5 minutes, or you get it free?
Yeah.
And
I just used to make it insanely complicated.
Yeah, people just took the piss, and then we'll never get an offer like that again. Cheers, guys.
Oh, this guy wants his truck back.
Well, yeah. Do you know how much trouble you would be in?
Because he wouldn't be in any. We're told we've got to stand down if shit happens. We've been told don't be a hero for
yeah, everyone gets told they're a
bit of kit.
But you still got to make that phone call to your boss. Be like, all right, someone nicked the truck. What?
I just like driving trucks.
No, you do. That's
Hong
what
Kong.
That's why you write some angry letters to the guys who make Euro Truck Simulator. Get it on PS4.
Oi, get it on PS4, you shit houses. Get busy. Okay, well let's wrap this mother up.
I beg your pardon.
Wrap this mother up.
Yeah, well,
Although, what the fuck was that you sent me the other day? Do you think we're growing into Nick Frost and Simon Pegg?
it was a picture of Simon Pegg with hair like yours and Nick Frost with a big beard like mine.
Quite true.
So that's why I sent it.
I could aspire to be worse.
Well, yeah, Simon Pegg hangs around with Tom Cruise these days. He's doing alright.
Okay, no, I don't want to be Simon Pegg.
We're talking about if for nothing else, he's getting that fat check.
Oh, that deer!
He's in the Star Treks.
Yeah, but still, he had to put up with Scientologist Tom Cruise, who everyone says is super nice, but I'm sure it's just fake.
I'm sure it is, but as long as he's nice to me, I wouldn't give a fuck.
I would. I'd tell the prick to fuck off.
You end up in a shallow grave out in Utah.
You reckon?
Probably Arizona.
You'd end up on the... What's
New
it
Mexico.
called?
It's always New Mexico.
The Spirit of the Sea or whatever it's called. Or the Sea Org.
The Sea Org, yeah. Admittedly, if I was going to start a cult, I'd probably do it on a boat as well. It's a good captive audience.
Quite true.
I'd learn how to use a boat first. That's the right term, isn't it?
Drive a boat.
Drive, steer, navigate.
Oh shit! Well, I just blew myself up. So let's sail a boat. That's it.
And on that boat,
Ride a boat.
I beg your pardon.
Project a boat. Nipple tweaks. Right. Okay. Yeah, I died. Let's wrap this bitch up. Let's watch some stupid YouTube for a bit.
Yes.
Sound good?
Stay safe.
Go on then. You sign it.
Stay gold.
Stay cold, pony boy.
So anyway, say goodbye.
Anyway, okay, yeah, just be cool to each other. Remember, be nice. It doesn't take a second and it doesn't cost money.
Well,
Do something kind for someone you like. Like Dave, I'm not going to hurt him tonight.
oh.
Anymore. After now.
Ow! Alright, well, goodbye, you gobshites.
See you later. See you next week. Week 15 next week.
Consequences, altered cases, broken noses, altered faces, my ego altered, altered egos, wherever I go, so does me go. Walk through the fields where the flowers are growing, carve out your names on the first tree you see, there are 22 catches.